Yeah, that's nice.
What's up guys, it's Rev J, and yes, I am well aware that I have a Donald Trump level sunburn going on here above my glasses. See, I was out in the car show all day yesterday, and if you watch my video about sort of trophies and car show awards, you will hear a little bit more about that. But I got pretty sunburned over my glasses there, and I'm well aware it is not the best look. However, I'm back out in the garage today because I wanted to talk a little bit about redoing projects. It's happened to all of us, right? We've come back and realized something's got to be done differently. Either we've made changes elsewhere in the vehicle and things have to be corrected or changed to work. Tastes change, you just want something different. And of course, the worst of all, you just did something wrong the first time. And that will definitely happen. You know, you mismeasured or you miscalculated or you thought it fit but it didn't. And of course, breakage can happen from use. The worst is when you did something wrong. So in this case, I'm out here in the truck because I had a simple redo, and that's kind of what got me thinking about this. Oh, I got to redo a second thing because my window trim's coming out. My center console, you guys have seen it before. It's got the amp, it houses the two center components and the crossovers for the stereo in the C10, and it's also got a little flip-up armrest here. You probably can't see it behind me. Now, that's great, except when we raised my seats up and did the custom footwell, the center console height isn't correct anymore, and you gotta go about figuring out a way to correct something. There's nothing worse than putting a ton of time and effort into something and then you gotta redo it. In some cases, buying a really expensive part, it fits, you change something in the setup, and then it's useless, and you never get full price for it again. So I was trying to think about how to solve my problem. Right, here's the center console, and I could try to raise the whole thing up. It's not gonna be that well, I have to build a new base for it. I could build a whole new center console, which I don't want to do because a bunch of effort was put into this one. It already houses all the electronic components. I don't want to have to move that stuff around. It's already been carpeted, all the hard work's been done. Or I could take off the lid and try to remake a new lid for it or do something with that. And so that's the route that I went. And given I didn't arrive at this instantly, I had to mess around with it, I had to measure a couple of things up, and that's gonna happen with any of these projects. So I definitely wanna tell you guys, don't get frustrated if this happens to you, even if it is your own fault, or even if something random happens. In your builds, you're gonna have situations come up where stuff needs to get redone, your fault or not. You just gotta power through and do it. I hate that because that's totally not how I am. I wanna bitch about stuff. But in this particular case, you've got to redo the project. You don't have a choice. If you like the vehicle, you know, you can't not fix a lot of stuff. And if you do just not fix stuff, then it goes broken and unused, and little by little it just kind of falls apart. So I was going through my solutions, like I said. I pulled the lid off here, and there's the lid. You can see we just made it and upholstered it. And so I haven't completely finished my solution yet because I was going through this, and that's actually what inspired me to talk about it. But I just made a simple MDF sort of little package tray here, and it's way too thick and rough right now. It's got to be sanded down and routed and stuff. But that will set in place of the old lid, and I might be able to even reuse this lid if I wanted to. And see, then there you go. And the center console is now a couple inches higher. And again, you can't really see it here because I'm not so much focusing on this particular fix, ooh, sweating, as I am the topic in general, right? You're gonna have to redo stuff. Don't get frustrated with it. Come up with unique solutions. You know, sometimes redoing stuff, you really get to know a problem. You know, when you've taken a motor apart 10 times, you know that motor. And so in this case, you know, will this solution work? Yeah, it lifts it up a little bit. Now it kind of puts it comfortably next to my right arm. Do I need to trim it down? Yeah, possibly. I might want to fine tune this position. I've got to now then match the passenger seat height because that was never moved. So there we go. I'm going to have to redo something because I redid something because I redid something. And that's kind of the idea, right? It's a never-ending project. If you look at your project as done, or you get mad every time you got to make a change or redo something, even if it's legitimately something to be annoyed about, you know, random breakage or somebody else's fault or whether you did something wrong or not, to just figure out a solution for it. You know, that's all you really can do. This really wasn't meant to be like a preachy or a motivational video. But definitely it's worth noting kind of in the hobby it's going to come up, and the guys that figure out those solutions, a lot of times, sometimes they figure out solutions for the whole community, you know what I mean? With the LS world, a lot of the stuff that we know about motors and we know what interchange is was because hobbyists picked up and started messing with stuff and getting it wrong. And like in my case, I started a simple riser here. I gotta fine tune it, but there'll be a solution. It's not that hard to figure out. For the ones that are hard to figure out, it just takes longer. And yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit more money and sometimes help, but don't be afraid to ask for it. So that's it, guys. Just really wanted to briefly talk about the fact that you're gonna have to redo projects. Don't get frustrated. It's not the end of the world. If you want to check out some of my projects, some of which are redos of other things, I've got my carbon fiber exhaust exits video, my catch can video, the Hatred Copter playlist will be up over here somewhere. The award video that I just put up, definitely check that out. All that stuff, I'll have links in the description, and there's definitely links on my channel. You can go through the playlists, it should all be there. Starting to get warm in the garage again. It's my annual complaining about the temperature. I didn't do it in my last video, and I made a point about saying that, so I'm gonna do it now. I think that's all for now, guys. We're gonna keep it short. Definitely stay on your projects. What are you working on? What have you had to redo? Tell me about your best and worst redos down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. My social media is on screen. Check out all the other content, and yeah, show me what you guys had to redo, and I'll definitely show you what I have to redo, because that's half the content on this channel. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. This sunburn is terrible.